Where'd he go? All right, guys, we are live. What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, what's up, Queen?
Rashad, you need to see those beautiful glasses.
Where you at, nephew? Where you at, nephew?
Oh, we look good, y'all.
Right? Shaquina, you're giving me who's the girl who got the tattoo right here?
I don't know.
Eve.
Yes, Eve.
Yes. Who's that girl?
Eve.
All right.
Yes.
Y'all know she married to that billionaire, so
Right? Send that energy to you, girl. Send it energy, okay? Because I want to go on a trip. All right? You are on the right. Not the sister cup. Woo! Hosted by Selena.
Yes.
All right, guys, let's talk about it. Let's get sharp. Shannon Sharp.
Mm.
I don't even know what that means, but yes.
Shay.
It was a great segue. It was a great.
Huh?
I said it was a great segue. Let's get sharp. Shannon Sharp.
Old Shay.
What'd you say, Rashad?
I said this old Shay. That's what he like to be called, Shay, you know?
Okay, so I knew
red flag number 1.
So guys, I knew I found out about the allegations regarding Shannon Sharp dating the younger woman, and now she's accusing him of rape and
Sexual assault.
sexual assault within their relationship. You know, one of the key points that's going to be important is knowing that she at the time was 19 and he was 54 at the time. 54 at the time, which I appreciate that because I totally did. So I didn't know. So I was like, why does anyone care about Shannon Sharp? Because there's always older men dating younger women. But come to find out, I think he was a football player.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. And like, what team? Rashad, do you know which team he played for? Right. So I'm like, he must. Like, I wonder, was he a good football player? Like,
yeah. He's in the Hall of Fame. I think he did like 13 or 14 years. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest tight ends like ever to ever exist. And
like,
he had
red flag number 2, tight end.
And he has a brother that played in the NFL too. That's one of the greatest. That's in the Hall of Fame too. So it's two.
Hope he's sharper than this.
Because
it's controversy because it's one of those things where like they were in a relationship and she's accusing him of doing inappropriate, violent things during acts towards her during their relationship. And for me, like, I'm skeptical, of course, but I'm still like, you should speak out, and the reason why I'm skeptical, because it's like, you're in a relationship, but we all know how abuse can go in a relationship. You think that, maybe this is something you want to do. And then with him being older, feel like you have to do, you know what I mean? But like, part of me still feels like, where's the accountability?
Who's accountability?
Her part.
Oh, okay, yeah, facts.
Where's her accountability? These are serious allegations. And I wonder, of course, money, fame, money comes in a part of this, Like, I don't know the depths of their relationship, how long they've been together. But, like, of course, any type of abuse is a traumatic experience, and it's hard for anyone to talk about or to discuss or be open about it. You know what I mean? So a lot of me, like, it's hard to see without knowing fully all the details, seeing, like, his perspective, her understanding, because I even heard there was a point where she was paid. You know what I mean? And it's just
Do
like,
you know what her occupation is?
go ahead, Rashad. I feel like you knew this.
Go ahead.
She's a whore.
Oh, so I found out what a whore was yesterday. That's
yes.
for sex, and a
Yes.
hoe is someone who just does it with no compensation.
That's true.
Yeah. A whore
There's
gets paid.
There's no more. What's up, hoe? Like a whore.
Yeah, but it's like I feel, you say to your girl, "What up, hoe?" Just joking. You know, I have a good bunch of friends. My sister calls me that all the time, mommy. But you know what I mean. But so I'm just trying to upgrade me to whore. So
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
bitch, I don't know. Either one, but like I think it's a serious accusation towards him. You know what I mean? And then like of course like the age within itself. Like I don't know, like what's attracting you to a 19-year-old? I mean, like I do know what's attracting a 19-year-old, but what's attracting you to a 54-year-old?
What's attracting the 19-year-old to the 54-year-old?
For me personally, I would say money. Because like
and it's just like what person does not want to, like, everybody, like, wants to date an older guy, you know what I mean? Like there are girls like that, but it's just like that old,
That old, yeah, like he had one foot in the grave.
and every dude wants to date a younger woman.
That's true.
You said every dude
that young though?
That's like your grandchildren. Like, come on, bro. Like that's your granddaughter.
But let's just go back to we're animals in the animal kingdom, right?
Oh God.
Really?
You're the most attractive you're ever gonna be. Think back to you, y'all are women. Think back to yourself at 19.
I look good right now, nephew.
I'm not saying you don't, but your body parts and everything was probably at its
still
peak
young.
working
When
you were 19 versus later.
It's still good.
It's still good. My point, it's a little perverted. Okay, you like that? That's a little perverted. Like, come on.
Everybody's perverse.
You said what?
I said everybody's perverse. I'm a perverse dude.
Wait a minute.
Oh man, come on.
Rashad, like, no, I think there's level to it. Everyone's a little, it's different between like being freaky and like wanting something different, but then to like idolize and want something younger. And like that's what you're going for, that young thing, because it is, not as aged or still not as untouched. You know what I mean? So I get the perspective of it, but it's like,
it's been around since the beginning of time. Rich, powerful men date younger women.
But you see what they end up to. Look what happens now.
Exactly.
Facts.
And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. It's just like, I get where Selena's coming from. It's just like, we don't know all the details. We don't know exactly what happened, and we probably never will. But it's just like me, person looking on the outside and looking at the whole thing and what everything is going on. There's a lot of sexual allegation cases going on right now with famous people. I mean, so many. It's almost like it's like, I don't know. It's just, is this the only way to get, I mean, I even hit up Jay. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many.
The same exact lawyer.
The same exact thing. And it's always a young girl. Ain't, the 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, they ain't getting caught up in this. It's always a young girl. I feel like it's always the same thing. It's always a young girl saying, hey, I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Or something happened where they took it too far. But it's just like, I don't know, just the outside person looking in, it just confuses me. Why is it so many allegations? You know what I mean? And that makes me think about certain things. But as far as this particular case, like, I definitely get it. People, regardless of the reason why they're attracted to each other, I'm pretty sure there are a lot more odd, what you'll say, couples out there. You know what I mean? But it's just like, the allegations and the all the stuff that they're saying, it's just, it's just always up in the air for me because I never know what's true because it's so many. Like, are we being targeted? Is Black men being targeted? Are all these people being targeted in the media? Is there a reason why they're doing so much? It's almost like these plane crashes. It's like all of a sudden we got all these damn plane crashes. You know what I mean? So
that was Donald Trump. That was Donald Trump's fault right there. So,
but you see, there's always a back end. There's always a reason. So it's just like, why? Like, why is this the only thing?
You're thinking of conspiracy theories, CC? Like,
no, I'm just kind of thinking about, like, it's not necessarily a conspiracy theory because I do think there's something there and there's a reason why this is going on. You know what I mean? Because I heard the tapes when he was just like, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. Selena.
Damn,
our mother's watching. Our mother's watching.
Me.
Cover up my marks.
Okay. Me personally, I don't think I could date someone 15, 20, 25, 30 years older than me. I don't think I could do it.
30? That's pushing it.
That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Isn't this the girl we were just talking about? Like,
I'm saying that's pushing it. 30.
Yeah, he was like 30 years.
People do it. Like, for me personally, like, I cannot see myself doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I get the appeal to it, stability. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
everybody want to come up.
Exactly. And it's just like dating guys these days. Like, is it? They have to teach and learn and work together. I think people are tired of working on men. Like, can I get one that's put together? Like, who's figured his shit out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
keep praying for that. Keep praying for it. Keep praying
Allie
for it. It happened. It happened.
Like,
keep praying for it.
Like, as far as like Rashad, for you dating, like, I mean, I know you're, happily married.
Yeah.
So the appeal to, I know you're not in your 50s yet. So think about it like this. This is what I'm thinking right now. You're 30. How old, Rashad? 34?
Yeah, about to be 35.
So dating someone 20 years younger right now, talking about, I can't wait until 20 years would be what?
That would be illegal though right now.
It'd be illegal, but think about this in 4 years. You meet a girl, she's 14. You wait 4 years for her to be legal?
No, I'm not with
That's
that.
disgusting.
But I mean, I feel like 18 is fair game though.
I mean, that's fair game across the board. But I do have a question though. A question. Selena, would you date Leonardo DiCaprio right now if he came to your door?
Hell, fucking yes, but that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
He got money.
Shannon Sharpe has money.
Even about that, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shannon Sharpe got money too. Not Leonardo DiCaprio money, but he got money.
Who?
Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, but he's not giving me like appealing vibes. Like
but that's what I'm saying.
That nigga got that blockhead.
Black men are always into the snow buddies. Let's be real.
And that's the reason why he's being sued. Come on now.
Let's be real.
What, Queen?
That's why he's being sued, because she's a snow bunny, baby. She's not black. Yeah, you read. Did y'all listen to the what's the name?
Yeah, the interview.
She's not a black girl.
Yeah, he always dated. He's always dated white women though.
Yeah.
So you feel like if she wasn't black, she wouldn't have done this? All right, let's move on, guys. I want to talk about age gap dating. Like I said, I couldn't do it. Cece, what's the oldest? I think the oldest I've dated would be 3 years for me. That's the oldest.
I got 16 years.
Damn.
That's a whole child. That's a whole child.
Yeah. Like when he was 16, I wasn't even a daughter, but I probably was still screaming in the sperm sack. You know? Yeah.
What did y'all meet at?
At my job.
Well, you trying to make that money.
And wait, how old were you though at the time?
At the time when I met him, I was 19.
Okay.
And he was already 34. Yeah.
So what was your appeal to him?
I mean, To this day, I still feel like the Negro is ugly, but whatever. He had good conversation.
It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes.
I gotta read this comment. Wife on 18 Wheels, back to the allegations that Shannon Sharp says she's not a snow bunny, she a burrito bunny.
Oh, so she ain't black. She ain't black.
She burrito? Like
She
she
burrito.
like is she like burrito or like
Like
burrito?
She eating a lot of tacos. That's what it is.
Okay, so back to it. So Queen, you said you met him at your job. What was the appeal for you?
He had good conversation. And I mean, he worked like 4 jobs by the time I met him. He was working 4 jobs. So I was like, stability, he got money.
The man was Jamaican?
Huh?
He was Jamaican?
No, he wasn't Jamaican. He's actually Haitian.
I know he wasn't American. That's fucking up. Hey, I don't know.
I would never run into none of those that working 4 jobs. Yeah, he was working a lot of jobs.
I ain't never met no American-born nigga that's working 4 jobs.
Yeah, he was working 4 jobs when I met him. Yeah.
Damn.
All right, CC, I see you being quiet for a reason. You know I already know, so I ain't gonna put it out until you ready.
Go ahead, Sierra.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you know, I dated.
Parents don't watch this. It's okay.
You said what?
Our parents don't watch this. It's okay.
I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, I dated someone. Now that I think about it, I was gonna say 20, but it was actually like 17 years.
Ooh, you got me beat.
How old were you?
When I was 22. I think I was 22 turning 23.
So he's like almost 40 then.
Yeah. We met at work. We met at work, and it wasn't like it just happened. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, you know, something that I was like searching for. It was just like, you know, and I've never been one to like search, you know what I mean? Like I understood I was going home to nobody when I was single, but it was just like, I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
So, but
conversation, consistentness. He was
consistent. Yeah. And it was just like, you know, and especially, and this was, and we've dated when probably about like a year, maybe like a year after I dated someone my exact age. You know what I mean? So it's just like noticing the difference and understanding like, oh, you know what I mean? And I guess like what attracted me to him was just nigga was just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like a kind of girl who like rolled the punches. It was just cool. We kind of just flowed and everything that.
So looking back on that, do you feel like you was like when a relationship ended, did you feel like you was coerced or that he led you astray, or did you feel
I mean, like I don't think I was taken advantage of, you know what I mean? But I definitely was just like, wait a minute, nigga. You know what I mean? Like I definitely was kind of like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? And he actually had a kid. He had a kid, and
how old was the kid?
No, the kid was younger than me, but like an adult kid. The kid was younger than me, but I even remember he was just like, we talked about like, are you sure you want to do this? Blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? And he was just like, because if it was my daughter, I would be like, nah. And I was like,
that's an eye opener right there.
And I was like, and I was just like, I get that. I understand that. But it's just like, it's not like I'm about to bring you home, my nigga. You know what I mean? So it wasn't serious to the point where it was just like, oh my God, I need to reevaluate my whole perspective. I need to figure out what's going on. I wasn't like getting, you know, like I said.
My dog said a good time, not a long time.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were cool. You know what I'm saying? We were real cool, you know, kept him hip, taught me some things. That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, I kind of did like at a certain point, to be completely honest, I kind of did at a certain point feel like, okay, there may be some kind of future in this, but then like I was quickly brought back to reality. So
what brought you back to reality?
Oh snap. Okay, both corners. Um, um,
All right, Queen, what happened with your relationship?
Me? You want me?
Yeah, what happened, like as far as yours, like no, I mean, what within that relationship, the age gap, like going back to discussing the allegations and the coercion, like a lot of people feel that it was due to the difference within their age. Like it was more like a father-daughter relationship, how she treated her more controlling because of the age. And he recognized that he could control her. Another way, woman 30, 40 kind of know what they want, what they're doing, more headstrong, independent. You're not gonna be able to control in that manner. You know what I mean? So I'm looking more so towards like, did you feel that within that time frame?
Exactly. Yes, we was together for 9 years. So, and I got my beautiful daughter out of that. So, that's a blessing. But I felt like he kind of like as soon as I had his child, in my mind, I felt like he was raising 2 kids. It wasn't this is my wife and
yeah,
this is my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
like that type of vibe that I was getting off of him. It was never you know, we're taking care of our daughter, not no, you're taking care of 2 kids. You ain't got 2 kids. I'm grown.
mm-hmm.
I'm grown. So I felt
What
like in
was
a
he
way
doing
like,
or saying to give you that?
huh?
What was he doing or saying to give you that
He
idea that you were his daughter?
controlling, he was very controlling. Like it was times that where I'm not gonna say to extreme control, but the way that he talked was very
Yeah,
aggressive and very demanding, as if you're going to do this. Not no,
yeah,
hey, can we sit down, have a conversation, sweetie? I don't like the fact that you used the wrong pasta to make this you know what I'm saying? It was more aggressive. If you can't make it right, then don't make it at all type. You know what
not
I'm
the.
saying? And
Oh my
yeah,
god!
he was very
While you were in the
aggressive.
kitchen,
Huh?
while you were in the kitchen.
No. Once I finished making the food and brought it to me, I had the wrong noodles and he ain't like
Oh,
that. So,
Each one teach one, baby. Each one teach one.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, at the end of the day, I felt like he treated me as if I was one of his child.
yeah,
I never felt like I was playing the role as a wife. He didn't treat
yeah.
me as a wife. It's like he was raising 2 kids.
Like I got some years on you. You need to
Oh
listen.
yeah, and you're gonna listen to me. Like it's what I say, and that's just what it is. So
It's
I
crazy.
felt like in a way he also molded me. He molded me. When I tell you molded, when he talked, it was like a you better not say nothing.
That's what
Yeah,
happened.
he was very controlling.
Maybe that's what happened to Brown Burrito.
What about like the finances and shit like that? Like,
Oh,
did you
he
have a
was
say
on
so?
point with that. He took care of that.
No, I'm saying, but like, did you have a say so, or he was controlling with the finances?
No, I made my own money. He made his own money. When it was time
Oh,
to pay bills, we paid bills. I was never, he never told me what I can or cannot do with my money. It was just make sure bills is taken care of. And then whatever you choose to do with your money, that's your money. When bills come around, you just bet not be short type deal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was really controlling in that area, It was a lot.
it was just more so the domestic duties he was controlling on.
Mhm.
Huh?
It was just more so the domestic duties he was contrling you
That's
on.
correct. Yes. Like,
Okay.
yes,
Real
very
old fashioned
demanding.
with it. Barefoot
Yeah.
and pregnant in the kitchen. Gotcha.
You know what I'm really curious, guys? I want to know more. Like, I see we've all had different experiences. Rashad, how many years apart are you and your wife? We did not ask.
Just 1 year, but see, before I was dating Courtney, like, I used to like kind of like bang out the ninth graders and stuff like that.
In what grade?
He was in high
Like when I
school
was in
too.
12, when I was in 12, I was in high school as well. To be
Oh,
correct,
okay. I mean, man,
like
I was a
me and the
freshman and
wife, we
dated a
met in high
senior.
school. We met 12th grade. So I'm saying before her, like I was more so like what they would call the cradle rocker. Like I would
Be
nurse
rocking the
the
same
ninth
people that's
graders.
going to the same school with you.
Yeah, they was at my same school. It's just that I was an upperclassman, and you know what I mean. It was kind of like easy to coerce them.
Of
Yeah,
course it was.
of course.
But I'm curious, guys, about the statistics on like how relationships work as far as with the age gap and if they do work, and what's the like? How many people really are you seeking older men, or like you guys said you meet them at work? Like, how do we know that? As far as so, let's get into statistics.
Yeah.
Outside. That should be your intro right there.
Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique.
I love that video, Rashad.
He killed it. Him and that spoon.
Right?
What happened to him?
Damn, not on his segment.
He didn't like your comment, Queen. But yeah, so for me personally, like I don't know. I get the appeal to it. That's where you said Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, oh my God, like come on,
Like come on. That's all he dates is younger women.
Yeah, so we wouldn't work because I'm not. But I mean, back then maybe, but not now. But
I mean, like you could get in there if you wanted to get in there. You know what I'm saying? But that would be a good thing, for Leonardo DiCaprio to date a black woman. What?
Hey.
That's what they want.
Is she trying to get back on?
Well, he's still on. I think he's reconnecting. There you go.
Shaquille, I feel like blue is your color.
Oh, somebody said, Selena, Selena, you out of age range for Leo.
Yeah, because he only dates 25. Yeah, once you hit 25, it's a joke.
20, it's like 23. You don't never date over 23.
Over 23.
Never over 23?
Yeah,
we're not 30, baby.
It hasn't been.
18 wheels. Leo, I know
that's real power right there.
Okay, Rashad,
what's real power?
So how many years working and should I rethink my life? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going in with the statistics, right?
Yeah, it's your part.
All right, so I got some statistics for y'all. Overall, about 11% of married couples are. That's the wrong part. My bad. Relationships where a woman is older than men is more common and growing. So that's about 10 to 15% of heterosexual couples where the woman is actually older than the man. That was different, years ago. Now women are dating men that are younger than them now, like as time progresses. Mm-hmm. But most couples right now, there's only a 1 to 3 year gap in most couples across the board.
Okay.
And once you move on to your 30s, 2 to 5 year gap is typical. 5 to 7 year gap becomes more socially acceptable once you hit your 30s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, because
I can believe that.
Yeah, both parties are kind of like past like 25, which I think when your frontal lobe fully develops and stuff like that.
Yeah. So 30, a 30-year-old dating a 50-year-old, it wouldn't be that.
Yeah. People don't really frown upon that, like like a 20-year-old dating a 40-year-old or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And overall, about 11% of all married couples are interracial. That's another statistic.
You said how much is the percentage?
11.
11% are interracial. That came up with that statistic. I don't know why.
I'm wondering, is older white man, younger? You know that?
Yeah, usually the white man is actually older than the black woman.
Why we dating older white men, ladies?
Y'all should
know nothing about that.
Never have I ever.
I ain't down with that. Never.
Y'all never dabbled in that?
No, not at all.
Dabbled in what?
Yeah.
In the pink.
No, I never been outside my race.
You said
dabbled in the pink.
Oh, no. Dabbled in the pink.
That's disgusting.
You have.
You said me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I have, but I feel like Cece has too. Well, you're
Selena, you probably by
CC, you don't
yourself on that,
remember?
baby.
You don't remember?
CC dated someone in the pink. I don't know what that really means, but
Who? Tell me who so I can remember. Because I've only, honestly, you guys, my number is not all is low. So I know who.
I mean, it might have been a fling. I don't really recall. But listen, okay. What's your statistics?
It may have been 10. It may have been 10, but I don't think it was pink.
Yeah.
I'm being so serious. You don't even talk after this live, y'all.
All righty then.
I don't know what they talking about, Shaquita. I don't.
All right, Rashad, what else you got?
That was basically it. Like, so once you start getting into like that 20-year gap, that's less than 1% of relationships total.
Yeah.
And that may be a
So-
reason why. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I think we focus so much on it because we see it within celebrities, but celebrities is not necessarily a reflection of real life.
Absolutely.
course.
Even when it comes to the interracial thing, it's like, is this argument amongst our culture, like, oh, a black man gets some money and he gets with a white woman, but if you look at the overall statistics, most black men that are married, they are married to black women. It's just that, so we so focused on celebrity culture. That's not really like what the actual data is saying. But go ahead.
No, I like it, and it just shows like don't believe everything you read. We're not
Yeah,
reading
yeah,
about
yeah. It's not a real representation, definitely.
reading about the everyday person and their lives. We're reading about celebrities of 1%. You know what I mean? And so to that becomes our reality, though. We don't hear about everything else. So that's a
It's
good
like
point.
probably the most people that that are in relationships, the gap is probably within, like I just said, within that 5 to 7 year range.
Yeah.
Because we're all in our 30s, except for Cece, but
Yes,
You're
she
not in
is.
your 30s? She's in her
Yes,
30s.
she
She's 30.
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys,
yeah, okay,
calm
she-
down. Nephew, you can believe whatever you want to believe, honey.
I thought she was 29.
I
am. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for sharing, Rashad. We appreciate for educating us. We always need more of that. We're moving on, and we have a guest today. We're gonna let somebody else introduce her for their. Sorry, guys. Just a little technical difficulty.
I just want to take a picture right quick. I feel like really sit back, Rashad. Okay. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Yes, let's get it.
Yes. So our special guest today is Mama D. Bring her on.
Mama D.
Yeah,
Everybody
let's
give
get
it up
some
for Mama
cut
D.
throat. Yeah. Let's get some cut throat in here.
Dina.
Where she at? Where she at?
I hope that
Dina,
connects.
come on in the kitchen.
Oh,
For all
God.
our audience out there, that was an inside joke. Y'all all knew who that was.
Where she at? Hey, lady.
What's
see
up?
her?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You see her, Queen?
I see her, but it's frozen.
Yeah, I see it, but it's frozen.
Please tell me
It's
good, Mom.
buffering. It's buffering now.
She's kind of like,
I don't see her. Sierra, you need a check. Girl.
I'll come pick it up.
I ain't got it for you though, but you can go get it. Oh gosh. Her connection.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second.
You go to the neighbor's house, Dina? Come on. Get on somebody's Wi-Fi.
Where she at? Where she located
Hold on,
at?
she just left. I'll add her back when she gets back on. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay. When she gets back, she should be adding back on it. Yeah. So cutthroat therapy with Queen.
Yes.
What these facial expressions? I don't understand. What are you saying, Twin?
I'm just trying to fill in the dead air because I don't really know what's going on now.
Yeah, the connection. Oh man.
Yeah, so Queen, I thought we can still get into it. You know, I mean, like she's a part of this.
Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to ask me. I'm free. Listen.
No, or Queen, just going back into
Put down the blunt, Selena.
your life dating as someone older than you. Like, you know what I mean? Like any advice that you would give someone that's literally been in the same dating someone, considering dating someone older than them. Because not only did you date him, you married him, had a child with him.
What are your tips? Like if someone who's like, okay, she's really young, she knows this guy is getting a little bit, you know what I mean? So what are your tips of going into that kind of relationship?
My whole thing is just being strong, to be honest. Like being strong. Like you gotta understand, like when people's older, like 15 years older than you, they are set in their ways already.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not changing. You can't change that no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna change it. When they set in their ways, they're gonna be set in their ways. And they were, it's a lot. It's a lot to come with it. Like for me personally, because once after dating someone so much older than me, 16 years older than me, I went back to my age group. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm good. All that, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm thinking someone that's older, he could teach me some stuff. Which, I'm willing to learn. Don't get it twisted. I'm not no young-minded female. I'm willing to learn all day, every day. But it was just, like I said, it was a lot that came with it. When they set in their ways, they set. And there's nothing, like I said, nothing you can really do at all. You can't change it.
Would you do it again?
No. No, I'm going to stay in my age group.
Did she know y'all?
Hey, mama. She's still frozen.
Well, I'm glad.
Hi.
Mommy.
Hey, girl. Hey, beautiful.
Hello. Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Your connection is bad.
I don't know why.
You might have to go somewhere else located in the house. Upstairs, downstairs, in the bathroom.
Just stay right there.
I'm right here in front of the router. I don't know what else to do.
Perfect.
Stay right there.
Don't move. Queen, ask her.
Okay. Okay, Ma. So, this is the episode of dating someone older. So, how old was the oldest person you ever dated?
What was the age gap?
What was the age gap?
Yeah, what was the age gap?
The age gap was 24 and a half years.
Whew. Okay, 24 years. That's a lot, girl. So, and how long was y'all together?
30 years.
30 years. Okay. And may I ask, how old was you and what was the difference?
When it started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. When it started, I was 18 or 19.
And he was
24 years older than that. I don't know.
Oh, come on now, honey. You had to do your math.
42, like 22, 24 years older than that. 42.
Okay,
he was in his early 40s.
Okay, in his early 40s. Okay.
42 or 44, something like that.
Yeah.
What's 20? Y'all count it up. I don't know, 24 years from 19, 18.
40,
from 18.
42.
Okay, 42. Okay, so it being in a relationship with someone 24 years older than you, how was it?
I heard the commentary or the things that you guys were talking about earlier. Everybody has a different dynamic. Okay, my dynamic was nothing like my dynamic. I was in charge. I was in charge.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't like
1918.
he was,
Mommy, you were in charge.
no, but I was no.
Selena, shh.
Sorry.
You, I
I'm
was
not disputing anything.
I made all of this.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. I'm not trying to
Oh.
dispute anything. No,
Is she
you're
connect? Is she connected to the Wi-Fi?
You need to walk around with the Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying. It's like she might be going off the cell service.
Data, sell your data.
Yo, her bill gonna be
I
like
didn't hear you.
$300.
Okay. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I didn't understand what he said.
Oh no. You were saying that you were in charge. Go ahead and say what you're-
Elaborate. Yeah.
Oh, I was just it wasn't like I was afraid of him or he would, because I've been in a relationship with a man my age and he was domineering. So the domineering thing had nothing to do with age or who, or the sex of the person. It's just who you are. If that's what you bring into the table, is whether the other person will accept that or not. It's just who you are.
Okay.
For me, it had nothing to do with him being older. Because the man I'm talking about was not, and still isn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Shade. Okay.
Like if the noodles wasn't done, the noodles wasn't done. I mean, he did other things to let me know that the noodles wasn't done, but he wasn't dominant.
A connection.
I know, Mom. Your connection is. Are you outside?
She said she's sending this to Ryder.
Yeah, because before she was in her bedroom. She was in her bedroom before.
I got a screenshot.
Y'all want me to screenshot it?
It's like, who's she looking for? It's like somebody that walked in or something.
Okay. A screenshot of her. I don't know what she got.
Yeah,
She
her connection. Her connection is like I can hear every other word.
Yeah, okay.
She need to go back in her bedroom.
I thought that's where she was. She said she was sending this to the Ryder. No? Okay, my bad.
Her guys. Okay. She's back.
What did I miss?
Okay, you back?
I don't know for how long. What did I miss?
I mean, we heard what you were saying that,
So I know, this thing with Shannon Sharp. I don't know I believe that when a young lady entered this relationship with this man, she did not think of him as her.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. But can we give more about your perspective? We'll get into that a little later. But Queen is
okay. So what do you want to know?
will you do it again? Would you date someone older than you?
I didn't want to.
Oh boy.
That's not even. That's something that I planned. I wasn't in the bed dreaming, oh my God, I'm gonna date somebody 24 years or 10 years older than me. That's not something that I planned. It's just something that kind of, like, I saw him and I was like, oh my God, that shit, and just transpired from there. It just happened from there.
Okay.
But I'm not attracted to older men, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, cool. Okay. So what advice would you have someone that was thinking to date someone older?
I would have no advice.
Okay.
I would have no advice.
You would be okay with your daughters doing it? The same age
because I didn't know the situation that was going on before. So
But I'm saying today, 2025.
Yeah, today.
25 years older than her. She's dating Shannon Sharp. You okay with that?
basically.
Selena finally brought home a dark.
In 2025, it's a different culture than it was when I was dating or when I was married to this other man. Right? It's
Yeah.
a different situation. So different culture, different people. I wouldn't want my daughters to date somebody like Shane, regardless of how old he was.
Mm,
Mm.
that's interesting. I just have one question. When you said it's a different time, because obviously we're in a different time now, and when you said it was a different time, are you saying that it was more accepting back then? You didn't have that. You didn't have that many like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, you didn't have that many looks like that. Or like when you say it's a different time, what's so different about dating that age gap, dating in 2025, and then dating what year? What year did you
Was
have?
that the 60s?
This was the
70s,
that
I
was
think,
like
right?
the early
Really,
the early
Katrina?
90s.
Really,
The
Katrina?
early 90s. Yeah.
The 90s.
I'm
Really,
sorry, honey. I was
Really,
trying to do the
Katrina?
math in my head. I'm
It was
sorry.
the
baby.
90s.
Oh,
I love you, boo.
No, it was not in the 50s there. It's just, the culture is different. Like you know, sincerity was, you had a lot more sincerity back then, 30 years ago, which is not long ago. So the culture now is everything is women have fake everything. Men are not being real. They're not being honest. Women are not being real. They're not being honest. They're not just, they just, following whatever somebody else does. Nobody actually takes people and see who they are for themselves.
That's
So it's just a different kind of situation. People are just different now than they are before. I don't even fool with people. Like I stay in my house. I can't. People are just different. They have no sensibility, no sense of no morals, no character. No, they don't have that anymore.
So do you believe
Everybody,
that back in the days they wasn't so judgmental back in the days?
there was definitely judgmental back in the days. Like back in the days, if you got pregnant by a man, you were supposed to get married. They was definitely judgmental.
Mm.
But do you think it's worse now in the 2025?
I think it's very much worse now in what aspect? Because now people don't give a crap. Men can have 10 babies with 10 different women, and that's my baby daddy, and that thing is cute and it's funny, and the children don't know each other, and they having sex with each other because they don't know that's their brother. Some weird shit going on now.
Oh,
Because
okay.
people are not paying attention.
That's true.
People are not, and I don't want my children around this and all that kind of foolishness. If that's your brother, if that's the baby's brother, you have conversation. Yo, I got the baby on Monday, you get him on Tuesday. Like, this is what we family now. There's nothing we can do about it. We family now. I hate that.
We're talking about co-parenting. Are we talking about co-parenting? I'm confused.
But, guys, we had her for a good 2 minutes.
yeah.
That was fun. I do like to say, and I would like to just piggyback off. I do believe
No, okay, you're going to scissors.
All right, Mom, you have 2 seconds to revive yourself, or we gotta cut you.
All right, we're on live, baby. We live, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you.
While she's buffering, do you want to say something? I do appreciate what she said, that it's more so the individual versus the age gap. Because you can be in controlling relationships with people that are within the same age group with age and the same generation as you. So I like an individual of the person. And I also wanted to do a big shout out for her giving my father a chance, because
you would never have been here, cuz.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, don't forget his baby. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, her too.
Okay. And then also, I feel like what she said, there's a lot of relationships like that are going on right now that we don't know about because there's not a story in the media.
And they're probably like doing well. They're probably happy.
Yes, some people still have that dynamic that she talked about 30 years ago. Some people still have that dynamic, and we don't know about that. We just know, okay, oh snap, I didn't even know cousin Bernard was rolling like that. We didn't know it to the family reunion. So it's just like I feel like it really depends on the person. So I do get
The
that.
person itself, yeah, the individual, yeah. I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Are you back or are you just frozen?
Okay, move around, honey.
Queen, you have anything else?
She was bringing the Capricorn out. No, she answered all my questions.
All right, Cece.
Yeah.
You got anything that you want to ask Mom Duke?
Yeah. So as far as like, this everything that's going on with Shannon Sharpe, you know what I mean? Can you kind of give your perspective, because he is your age, you're actually from your experience, your age gap was even larger than what's going on with the Shannon Sharpe allegations. So as far as
their age gap is bigger. It's 35 years. Hers is 25.
35 years.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a 10-year difference.
Snap.
I don't think this has anything. I personally don't think this has anything to do with age gap, because men have been dating younger women for ages.
I said that earlier in the podcast.
It's the truth.
Oh damn.
That's all I gotta do.
All right.
You got that's OT Genesis.
This has nothing.
Like I said, I feel like honestly, it's about money. I'm not backing off of that. It's a money thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a shakedown. Like her profession is being a whore. Like, let's not forget that part.
And maybe she don't want to be a whore no more. Maybe she just want to get this 50
that's
million.
An early retirement plan.
Yeah, that's that early retirement. It's a
but
she can live a good minute.
But listen, let me tell y'all what she fucked up at though. She fucked up not taking the 10 million that he offered. And now he can't even sign the 100 million because of the allegations. How he gonna even pay you the 50 that you looking for? He can't even get to the 100 now.
Damn.
You fucked over your own self. The girl was 19 years old though, so it's like, what do you really expect?
Yeah, you was legal.
He should have waited till he got the bag. The bag and then try to get her bag.
Yes,
She has no way to get to the bag now.
Yeah.
She cut off her water. She cut off her water.
Sponsorships, all that stuff it will take everything. It will literally take everything. And it's just like I feel like it really wouldn't be a shakedown, because like you said, it's because of his who he is. You know what I mean? And it's because it's just like, because there's plenty of people who are probably going through what she's going through, but was just like, oh, I gotta take the L. He ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? He don't have anything for me to sue. So to sue for. So it's just like it's. And I'm not. These things probably did happen. We don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. So that's why I said there's probably another situation out there in the world.
I think they was into the BDSM thing. I don't think he took her cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, he took nothing.
Yes.
I want to know what would attract her to him and him to her.
She seen money.
He got that block hair. A lot of women like that block hair.
No, he don't. Money, stability.
But you don't have stability. You don't have to date somebody who's 54 years old, and especially, didn't he already pay her $10 million?
No. He was going to.
I just spoke about that. He offered to.
Mom, you've been frozen the whole video.
No, I'm re-explaining.
Go ahead, listen.
He offered it. She declined. He offered her $10 million. She declined because she wanted $50 million. And I was explaining, to the pod that because the girl's 19, she don't have a goddamn brain, because why wouldn't she wait until he signs the 100 to get her piece of the chicken? Now he can't get to his 100, so how is he gonna pay you?
Facts. Trying to be greedy, baby. The greed
Yeah,
is
Trying to
but
be
above.
greedy.
he has $10 million, but that's excuse me, that's not my issue with this. My issue is this: is that how long were they dating?
2
Like
years?
like a year, like almost 2 years.
No,
They
Right,
said.
2 years. Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
what is she alleging that he did to her?
She said that she was raped sometimes.
They was having consensual sex. If
Right.
you read the text messages, they were having consensual sex vaginally, and then he entered her anally without her permission.
Maybe it slipped.
You know what? You know what? It sounds crazy.
It's upward.
That's exactly right.
How is
That's
it
exactly-
upward, Shaquina?
That's exactly right, Shaquina. And more importantly, you know, if let's be, I mean, I hate to be so blunt, but if you're having sexual intercourse with this man and you've been having sexual intercourse with this man, and then all of a sudden you don't like the way he's doing business, but he's already in there.
Girl, let him finish.
But in
No,
today's
no,
standards, today's standards are different out there.
no.
Today's
Any
standards
moment-
are
I
different.
tell you to stop. Stop.
Stop. No absolutely means no. No absolutely means no. But if you and your significant other is having sexual intercourse, right, and y'all used to doing it one way, I mean, let's be honest. And then he says, "Baby, I'm gonna flip you over and do something else."
Okay.
So, and you said no. What is that?
No, don't flip.
No, stop.
Yeah, she can
Right.
reject. She can reject consent at any time nowadays.
Yes,
I
mommy,
think they
Yeah.
started this around like 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, they did.
And that's
2012, yeah.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just asking you, what is that called? What is wrong with you?
Okay, well, don't shoot us twice.
If he keeps going, it's called rape.
That's what I'm saying.
What it's called?
It's called rape.
Because she consented to vaginal sex, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? And then he flipped her over and did something kinky, and she said, "I ain't with that shit. I don't want that."
So,
But how you know that he flipped her over? How you know he wasn't on top of her? And
'cause
then,
he said anal. I don't know. You with the slip stuff, Shaquina. I don't know.
I'm just saying, shit slips sometimes, ma.
No, it don't slip over. For me, it don't slip all the way back there. That's a hell of a slip.
Hey.
If you slip up, like you gotta.
Listen, we get too detailed. I'm just saying that's a hell of a slip. Because all you gotta say is that's not it.
That's not it. Wrong hole, baby. Wrong hole. Hey, wrong hole. Wrong
I
hole.
just want to point out, life on 18 Wheels just said, and don't forget, she went back after and kept.
That's
sleeping with-
exactly
Come
right.
on, this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
This is what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm
It doesn't
trying
make
to
sense.
It does make sense if it's a money grab.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but
You want the money.
Okay. First off, I want to play devil's advocate here, guys. We've all been in a situation where it's abusive, okay, where you go back knowing better. So I can't sit here and I'm not saying it wasn't a money grab, but we all know what abuse looks like. Outside looking-
Listen.
No,
Troy,
we don't
hold
all know what abuse is
Hold
like.
on, let me
Abuse
say
looks
something.
different to
It's one
different
thing.
people.
Hold on, mommy.
Hold on. It's one thing being abused, but it's another for rape. She's saying that it's rape. There's no freaking word in the word that I'm gonna deal with someone. They rape me one time, I'ma go back. You got
But
me
she didn't
all
get
the way
raped.
F up.
It's rape.
Right.
He could have
She's
been like,
19 years
"Oh,
old.
I'm sorry." He could have been like, "I didn't mean to do it." Not everything is black and white, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's
People
understandable,
like-
but I mean for 2 years though, if you telling me for 2 years this man done oopsie daisy, yo booty hole, and now you want to call it rape, and you telling me you ain't gonna tell nobody, but you kept running back, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just I'm speaking logic. There's no way in the world that someone's gonna rape me once and I'm gonna keep running back to them, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, I want to say this, and then I got to go lay down. I want to say this. $50 million, $10 million, $1 does not stop the fact that you disrespected me. So what is the money for? If he truly raped her, the
Yeah, why
$50
not
is
prison?
going to make her butthole not sore?
Okay, Ma, you can go ahead and go to sleep.
Yeah. So you saying she said if she was really raped, she should send him to prison? What you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, the first time it happened.
Say it again.
I said the first time when it happened, his ass would have been in jail.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, everything that what you guys said something earlier about the money situation. Everybody's suing this and suing that, and it doesn't stop. If these people are harming you, why is it always, well, if you give me this, I'm not going to say nothing? You attack me. If somebody killed one of my daughters or both of my daughters, you think if they gave me $100 million, I'm not going to say anything? They must
no.
die.
Fuck no.
Exactly. So the money is not the situation. People are having. This is why I say I stay in the house, because I don't have the mentality to deal with the craziness.
Yeah.
The money doesn't stop the act.
Thank you.
The money
You
does
sending
not
his
stop
ass
the
to
act.
jail would have stopped it. You kept going back. So is it really rape?
Right. You kept going back several times.
2 years.
The money doesn't. $50 million and I won't say nothing. $10 million I won't say nothing. But you raped me. I'm hurt. You disrespected me. You went someplace that I told you not to go. But if you give me some money, I'm good with it. That's that bullshit.
And that's what I'm trying to say too. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, 10 million for what? To still keep this mofo on the street to do it to somebody else? No,
That's
send his
what I'm
ass to
talking about.
jail.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Come on now. Nah,
And
I'm not.
it's the money grab. And then everybody, I'll sue, you give me this money and I'll let you do, and I won't say nothing. You cannot do something so horrible and disrespectful to me and give me money and I'll keep my mouth shut. Because my whole soul will not accept it. I will be able to sleep. I will be able to, my soul will not accept it because you hurt me. My soul
Why
will
not
not
put him in jail? Why are you worrying about money?
Right, because if you hurt me, I'm not worried about, you can't pay me enough. If somebody hurt my grandchildren or my children and you want to pay me to shut up, no, nigga, something else got to happen. No, somebody's got to leave here.
It's either jail or hell. Which one you going with?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Queen.
Okay. You welcome, man. You know this that Capricorn shit over here.
That's exactly right.
For you.
There's no amount of money that will let me just live that down.
Yeah,
I can't buy enough of bags and houses. I wouldn't be able to buy enough because I still got to live with me. That I allowed you to pay me off so you can be free to do whatever else you're doing. All that money grab business is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't be allowed to sue.
You're absolutely right. But I just want to point out times are hard and everyone is looking for their retirement plan, whether it's right or wrong.
We live in a capitalistic country.
Thank you. Everyone looking for their retirement.
We always have.
What is it? The tariffs are not helping. So
don't forget, eggs is expensive now. That's why eggs is expensive.
But, all right, Mama, go ahead and get that sleep. We love you.
Love you, Mama Dude. Nice seeing you again.
So much. Y'all give it up.
Bye. Thank you. You guys.
Okay. Hey, connection. Garbage.
That was interesting. Now,
yes, it was.
Yeah, she's definitely a star.
always. I love her. That's Mama Dukes.
I smoke too much, I'm like an alien. I hit the dash and I'm gone. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I got bond. Shorty, I'll pull up. Yeah, with Sparky. Carl need a car key. Ride like a Harley. Ride like an Harvey. It's dark on it.
I think
Let's get it popping. See what's ever going on out in the world. You know what I mean? So first, I'm going to start off. The Cowboy Carter took off yesterday, you guys. I am so freaking excited.
What's that, football? Oh, I digress. My bad.
Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't listen to that. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? You did not listen to that album?
Whoa. No, I listened to the back of my eyelids yesterday. I'm sorry. I was tired.
No, the album already came out. It's her concert.
No.
Yes, her tour.
Her tour. For her country album.
Okay, you can keep explaining it, and I still don't care.
Okay,
Thank you.
So you guys, and Beyonce always come, anything she's going to put on a show. It was wonderful. I think it was 2023 is when she did the Renaissance tour, and you guys know she had Blue Ivy come out and do specific dances with her and perform certain songs with her. This time, when I tell you Blue Ivy stole the show, you guys, it was so beautiful. She actually did. You guys know the Deja Vu and BET Award thing when yo, Blue Ivy hit that on her own. She did it. It was amazing. Definitely go check it out if you haven't seen the clips yet. It's amazing. She's gonna be touring all year, you guys. So go to Fashion Nova, get your cowboy boots. You know what I mean? Go to She, hit them up. I don't know what's going on with the prices now, but get your outfit. Hit them up and definitely go check her out. So that's what's going on in the entertainment world. But I came across a story today, you guys, also for a current event for Elizabeth Holmes. Anybody know who that is? Okay, so Elizabeth Holmes, she was this you probably know her, Rashad, you probably know her, but basically she had a documentary about her a couple of years ago, but basically she was kind of the medical of Steve Jobs. She's this woman who created this medical thing where basically you can get a lot of tests done, but by like a prick in your finger. You don't have to draw that much blood. And so she got all this funding, got $1 billion worth of funding, and she for some reason couldn't produce the exact results that she had, but she was so famous and her case was so well known is because of so much funding that she got, like billions of dollars. And then basically after years, she couldn't produce the actual thing as far as having your blood being taken just a little bit and having it test for everything. And that was like a really big thing. You know what I mean? You got to take a whole bag of blood really right now. So anyway, so she's been in prison for 11 years.
So the product doesn't work. I'm confused. I'm sorry. The product works, or does the product work or it doesn't work?
Well, what she was saying to all her funders and all the medical people, the associations, all that, it didn't work. She couldn't produce a product that was like, hey, she couldn't show it. Her research was sound, basically.
Oh.
But she got so much funding just because she kept on. She was doing interviews.
And she mishandled the funds?
No, she didn't mishandle the funds. It's just that they were waiting for the results. And medical field, it takes years for stuff. And people kept on investing her. When I say billions of dollars, y'all know the medical field, it makes lots of money. Yeah. And when they were investing her, she just couldn't produce the actual thing where say, yeah, this is the prick. I can get all these results just by this drop of blood. And so basically they made a movie about her. It's on Hulu. You can watch it. She was very the way that she would even talk. She started dressing like Steve Jobs. She would like lower her voice, like be more assertive. She was very, very, I wouldn't say crazy, but she was very in tune. Anyway, so supposedly this one guy that just came out yesterday, you guys can look it up. He basically did a medical lab and saying that her research was actually true. Now she's already spent 11 years in prison. And so now they're saying they should release her. And then they got apparently Fabulous, Jim Jones, I think it was Jeezy. They were advocating for her release because she shouldn't be in prison. It's like crazy. It's like the weirdest thing. You know what I mean? I thought that was really weird. So you guys can definitely go look it up. I wonder how this plays out. You know what I mean? I wonder how it plays out, especially with like all the funding. She was a white woman. I don't know if that matters, but I know to some of our viewers it does. And then lastly, so yeah, I know that we kind of discussed about age gap and everything, but there's this porn star that Southside Rashad brought to our attention, And basically it's this woman who was in porn. You guys, I mean, and you know how sometimes they do a little interview prior to them doing the prior to them doing the deeds, like, hey, like how rough do you like it, or you like it like that, you like it like this, what we gonna see today, you know what I mean? And so she did an interview, and then basically she kind of her side was it that she started getting requests to do more outrageous things, and I think it's called gonzo. So basically there's a certain kind of porn. So you have the ethical porn, what they would say, and that's like, your regular missionary,
boy,
the
girl.
regular, yeah, you know what I mean, very what they call vanilla. And then you have your gonzo porn, and there's different levels of gonzo porn. Gonzo porn where it's just like, they're doing anal, or they're choking,
hardcore.
Hardcore, or they're urinating in certain parts of your body and things like that. And so she felt like she was demanding to, and on her side, now the actual clip that we had of her doing the interview, I wasn't able to see it because it was taken down by YouTube. So I don't know if that's on her legal team side, because it's still as litigation.
Yeah, I saw something else about it too. It's because it's still in litigation.
Yeah. So it's just like, but the podcast that she was on, she, was very emotional about how she was taken advantage of, about, doing the certain acts. And that kind of just brings me back to like, what Dina was saying. It's just like, all right, if you're already in there, like what's going on? Or if it's something already happening, you're already rolling, like what is like kind of the dynamic of that? You know what I mean?
Which I agree that a woman or man has the right to stop consent at any time, but she did a pre-interview, did the act, and did a post-interview, and still was cool with everything, got paid. I think maybe her family got wind of what happened or saw it, and then now she wants to take it back. And we know, as adults, if we take accountability, that you know what I mean, the real world doesn't work like that. I can't sign here and tell my employer, hey, I'll do this, I'll work till 5, and then go back and sue them saying that they were slaving me till 5.
Yeah.
I just think there's no accountability. Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing is weird because she's a porn star. She's
but she's never done the gonzo porn before.
Yeah, but okay.
So but I think that's what it is.
But what you're saying is that they actually interview her for the extra stuff, right? Besides,
they gave her a price for everything. They said, "Look, we're gonna be peeing on you. This is this price. If we
and she agreed to it.
She agreed to it.
Rashad, you saw the actual interview.
Post. She agreed to it pre and post. So before the film and after the film, when she received her money.
Yeah, no, you're not finna R. Kelly me.
Right. So that's what so the porn company like, yo, we asked you if you wanted to do this, if you was cool to do this. We've been in business since 2002, I believe what the article said, and they haven't been accused before. So why would we just rape you? Why would we sexually assault you? Out of the 1,000 women they
don't already sign in being paid good money to get peed on. Hey, right. You can take one of them and pee on them. You're not finna pee on me. I'll stick to the basic, but I'm not finna agree to that. So that's where the accountability comes in.
Facial abuse.
That's disgusting.
It is. I think it just goes back to the money. You know what I mean? At the time,
it's about money.
She got paid $3,000 for the scene.
Wait, what?
$3,000? What is that? To be peed on?
Yeah, for an hour worth of work. That's a lot for 18.
They must have had a coupon or something. Like, what?
I don't care. Like,
what y'all think the going rate is? What y'all think this is?
For you to pee on me, $3,000?
That's only a couple weeks at the job right there.
I can wait until my income tax.
No, I thought man.
Well, you guys are not porn stars, so I don't.
Yeah, we're not.
I don't expect y'all to be cool with this, but.
Yeah, but
I think that's actually like a better rate than the normal rate.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Come on now, Rashad. There's no way that you can say it. It's disgusting. $3,000 to pee on me, bro.
No, I agree that it's gross. But what I'm saying is she agreed to it.
Yeah, nah, yeah, she need to take some type of accountability. You know, my
Right.
bad.
That's
I
all I'm
didn't know
saying.
that y'all was really finna be peeing on me, and y'all actually did pee on me. No, she need to take some accountability. That's nasty. That's
Yeah.
nasty. I'm not. No, ain't nobody finna pee on me. I do the pissing around this motherfucker. You ain't finna pee on me.
God.
No,
Wait,
no,
I think we have to
no.
have
You're
a
not
No,
finna pee
wait,
on
wait,
me.
wait, 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 Queen, back it up,
You
back it
ain't
up.
finna pee on me.
we have to talk after because wait, I have so many more questions about your life right now. But
Mm-mm.
okay.
Mm-mm.
You think you know someone. You think you know someone.
Y'all so crazy.
It's the same thing. Taking accountability. We all make choices. We're like, fuck, why do we do that? You know what I mean?
But you gotta
And
live with it.
you gotta live with it. And it's just me personally, I don't think it's right. Like I think it's wrong for you to go after someone to sue them just to ease your guilt on what you did.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Take responsibility, take accountability, dude. And that's what our generation in this world is lacking. That's why all this stuff is coming out. If I can make a quick buck, I'm gonna lie, do whatever, take back what I did. And it's like, no, bro, show some integrity. You did it, own it.
Well,
Teach somebody else
well,
not to do it.
well,
Yeah.
to me,
$1,000.
the reason why it reminds me of the Shannon Sharp situation, because what everybody's saying in the media is, well, she's only 19, and this, and he took it, but this girl was 18. When you turn 18 years old, you become an adult. You can sign for yourself. You can go into the military. I hear in Georgia they just raised it to I think to smoke and drink you got to be 21. But
21.
for anything besides that, you're old enough to make a living, and
You
I
have
think
choices.
I think a 5-year-old kid knows whether or not they want to get pissed on.
Okay.
You don't have to
They
wait
be
till you're
mad if they
18
go
years
to the
old to
toilet
figure
and
that
pee
out.
on their goddamn foot. Like, come on now. It's like my whole thing is like you just said, Rashad, taking accountability and just owning up. When you know it's not for you, it's not for you, bro. You knew you ain't want nobody peeing on you for no damn $3,000. So why did you agree to it? You agreed to because you thought at that moment, you know what, $3,000. That's all she heard.
Yeah.
You're 18. You know how to make decisions for yourself. You know you ain't want nobody peeing on you, bro. Nah, that's
Facts.
nasty.
Yeah. I feel like, there's a lot going on.
In this world, yes, and I feel like it's
going
surrounding
on.
around money. It's around money. Everybody want to come up any
Yeah.
means possible. They're
I just
gonna
think
do it.
it's a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's so much of the same story. It's just like it's really hard to even try to find a
Believe.
because you really have to look at both sides of the spectrum. You really got to be like, okay, what did she do or what did he do? You know what I mean? Like, it's a race thing. You know what I mean? Or it's a money thing. It's so many different aspects of it, and it's just like I feel like depending on where the case goes, depending on all the information, is like accountability. I mean, both parties need to get accountability. Yeah, I was a little rough with her. Yeah, I ain't had to sue the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or like I shouldn't have gone back. You know what I mean? Because I would have known better, so I didn't have to take it this far. Or like, I shouldn't have never done that. I need some therapy or I need counseling. Basically, you want to do it or not want to do it. You like try to figure out we're trying to figure out how to not have it happen again. You know what I mean? And have it a reoccurring thing. But because there's so much going on and everything is in the media, it's just like we don't know. We really don't know. But I do have a question for you guys, and it's a high question.
Well, is that the current events?
Yeah, that was it.
Peace out.
All right. Yeah. So my high question is, are you guys ready?
When you say hi, what do you mean hi?
I mean,
Hey.
All right.
Jaman. Okay. So you said what?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah. Yes, Bookie, get it, girl, get it.
Okay, so why do they call it a pair of panties and just one t-shirt?
Is it because panties come in pairs?
Why does panty come in pairs? Is I only have one panty.
That you have on?
Yeah, I have one panty. Why it is a bra? Because I have two cheeks in my panties, so I can understand why that might be a pair. But I have two breasts, and it's only a bra. It's not a pair of a bra.
I don't know, honey. Go Google it. I don't know. Go Google it. Go. You done took my mind all the way over here, and I don't want to be over there. So
that's why it's a high question, Queen.
I guess when you're purchasing panties, you're gonna buy more than one. Yeah, you buy them in a pack.
Victoria's Secret.
Not every time you buy t-shirts, you
that's
might
not
buy
true.
a
You can get
singular
what
t-shirt.
5 for $35.
That's still not a pair. Pairs too.
Yes.
And why do they call are thongs considered underwear?
I don't know. That's a line in your ass. I don't know. No. That's a line in your ass. We're not doing that.
You said a panties, right, Cece?
Yeah, panties. Like why is it a pair of go put I need a pair of panties. I need a pair of pants. It's because you got two legs, but you have one torso.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Maybe, yeah, because you got two
pair of glasses.
Because you got two eyes.
You know? But I have two boobs. I have two arms.
What would you suggest we call bras?
A bra.
Well, it's actually called brassiere. A brassiere.
Brassiere. So maybe brassiere means two in a different language that we don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's some French shit or some shit.
Maybe.
I don't
That's
know.
that's interesting. I don't know. But guys, yeah. Good. Yeah, everyone, if you know, please chime in the chat. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining, you guys. We look fucking hot.
If you know the answer, please put it in the chat and we will give you a shout out next week. But this is Subscription versus Issue, and we will see you next time.
Bye.